What's going on?
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If you wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Well, I,
How do you
like you,
do?
Ken, and the horrendous conditions in the New England area that you all had to deal with a few weeks back, we too just survived a storm in this area known as Bike Week.
Yeah.
500,000 motorcycles in Daytona Beach.
Well, thoughts and prayers to you. Good.
A tough one, to say the least. Anyway, good evening.
Surround,
Welcome,
you,
ladies.
surround yourself with white light.
Yes, exactly. Thoughts and prayers, please, from everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. Welcome to Dead Air Live and the Dead Air Full Spectrum channel. Here we are on our Sunday night show, up and including 2 hours in and around the topic of the paranormal. Great guests, great discussion. So we thank you guys for joining us tonight. As always, if you're especially just newly joining us tonight, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, the thumbs up, very important for the algorithm, and the reminder bell for upcoming content. Lots of great and interesting things here on our show. Also on Patreon, you'll find us at patreon.com/Dead Air Paranormal. Make sure that you guys do check it out. Only $3 a month, cheaper than
Oh,
a cup of coffee, and a hell of a lot more stimulating. So hope you guys get a chance to join us, including a town hall tomorrow night, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We get together on screen with all of our Patreon members and talk topic and off topic around the paranormal. But how are things with you, though, Ken? Everything's thawing out finally?
great. You're starting to warm up a little bit. Nice to have daylight savings time. We sprung ahead. It was 6 o'clock. We were coming back from dinner, and I didn't need my headlights.
Yeah.
So that helped over the last 4 months. So, yeah. And our guests tonight, we, all of us up here in the New England area had to deal with that. But, we've got a little melt, and everything's going to be pretty saturated for a while. But we're getting there.
And isn't that what kind of brings out the spring flowers? All that moisture being sucked into the ground, and you guys get beautiful foliage in the springtime.
No, that's where the septic tanks overflow,
Damn
actually.
it.
But I'm a pessimist by nature. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we are anxious to introduce you guys to our guests tonight and their location. And I have a feeling you're very, very interested in what's going on because they got some great stories coming from this place. So, Ken, if you'd like to get started.
It would be my great pleasure. The S.K. Pierce Mansion is often called one of the most haunted homes in New England. We all up here can attest to that. But tonight, we're not just asking about ghosts. We're asking what really happens inside a house that's been watching people come and go for more than 150 years. And we've got a panel tonight. We've got ownership. We've got tour guides. You want it, we got it. So without further ado, let's bring in Rob, John, Jess, and Marion.
Hello.
There we go. Hello,
Full
hello,
house.
hello, folks.
Full house. We'll put John up here. We'll put Rob up here. He's got the best
Yeah,
nostrils.
we'll get Rob.
Rob is the face.
Mr. Scallycap himself is up in the upper
Look
left.
at the other one.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. This promises to be fun. We want to give our audience an opportunity to either reacquaint with people or to meet you guys. So we really appreciate your time tonight.
It's great to be here.
Great, absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and let all of our viewers already know, as you're up in chat, keep an eye on that center picture there that is inside of the SK Piers for all kinds of haunted things behind
Maybe
them.
this was a bad idea.
Their faces are absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
You see it, my nose?
Any orb, shadow apparitions, physical manifestations behind these two ladies, please feel free to put that in chat.
Absolutely.
There's the men's parlor.
And they're in the men's parlor, so even better.
Right
Oh,
near
you're-
the
Yeah,
Scally
why did we
corner.
go in the women's bar?
Yeah, they're right next to the Scally corner.
Why did we do that? We'll go to a different room every couple minutes. Yeah.
There you go.
two women tempting fate in the men's room.
No. We didn't even think of
I
it.
like it.
You know what it is? It's the rocking chairs. That's why we ended up in here.
Is Marion always living on the edge?
Thanks. Yeah, it's Marion.
Well, guys, I'm going to turn you over to Ken for the first half of this hour. I will join in a little bit later on. But again, I know you've got a lot to cover, and I'm sure Ken is going to be highly inquisitive as he's going to be coming out to see you soon. So, Ken, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, George. Okay. I think that we should start. Every superhero has an origin story. So I want to ask Rob and John, when it came down to it, what compelled you? What was it about this house, this property, this Victorian mansion, out of all of them in New England that you said, you know what, that's for me?
This
God,
is
Rob.
100% John's fault. So we
This is I would like to first start off and say that no matter what Rob says, this is 100% his fault. I'm a victim in this entire endeavor, and yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
so John and I were business partners. We own some multifamilies, and Gardner is where we own most of them. And I used to send him quick, hey, this is up. What's this? Let's do the numbers, because he does all that stuff. He's the realtor. And I sent, and I saw that the SK Pierce Mansion went for sale, and it was on Redfin of all, So I was like, okay.
Well,
And I grew up in Gardner, so I knew of the mansion. I had never been in it, but I sent it to him, and I said, hey, let's get this one as a joke, right? So a week later, we're in Gardner, and we're actually in an apartment because he and I are kind of hands on, and we're getting it ready for the next tenants, to put on the market. And John's like, oh, by the way, I called. I got a pre-approval for us. We're meeting the realtor and Marion. Well, we didn't know it was Marion at the time. At 1:00, and I'm like, dude, we got a lot of work to do. Let's just, So eventually, he basically forced me.
Well, no, we went to lunch, and I drove, so he didn't have a choice. And I said, hey, by the way, we're going to see the SK Pierce house. And he said, no, we're not. And I said, well, you're in my car, so yes, we are. And we started to take the tour. I had already set everything up. And Ken, I don't know if we're allowed to swear on here, but if we are, sorry.
Yeah,
Mom.
no, we're all good.
All right, so 5 minutes into the tour, because Rob loves to blame me for this, which it is my fault. It's 100% my fault. Um, but like 5 minutes into the tour of the house from the real estate agent Brenda Albert, Rob looks at me in front of everyone and goes, "I fucking hate you." And
You
Brenda
had him.
looked at me like really concerned, and she says, "What does that mean?" And I looked back and I said, "It just means we're buying the house. You'll have an offer in about 20 minutes after I get home." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, no. Him telling me to fuck off is his version of saying we're buying the house." So Rob loves to act like the victim. We have a lot of fun with our YouTube and our social media with whose fault this really was.
Right.
To be fair, it was my fault. It was 100% my fault. I called the agent and I got the financing letter and all that stuff. But within a minute or two, he walking around the house, he broke like a twig. Um, and luckily, Marion was there to see the whole thing, so she can vouch for the fact
I
that
can.
it
Yep.
was my fault. But he also broke immediately. So
And it was the weirdest thing because usually you're used to a real estate agent touring you around a house and talking about this is this and this is that, this is gas heat or whatever. And so Brenda's doing that stuff, and then Marion would jump in and be like, "Oh yeah, and there's a ghost that comes up through the floor over here, and this and that." I'm like, "This is the weirdest tour I've ever had in my life."
Hey.
Well, right now we have a full confession from John at this point.
oh
So
yeah, no, it's my fault.
it's a statement. It was John's responsibility for all this. Rob, again, a victim of circumstance. Cody and Story.
I
See you guys next
whoa,
week.
whoa,
Yeah,
let's
yeah, they will
be
be.
careful about how we use the word victim there.
Marion, who I suspect really is part of the Pierce family at this point, and
She's the victim.
she's concealing that.
I'm
I
the
gotta
victim. I'm the victim.
If anyone's
listen.
the
You
victim.
all can't be victims. It doesn't work this way.
No, there's one and only victim, and that's Marion.
Thank you.
Eventually, we will hear arguments from both sides, and we'll reach a decision at some point tonight. Marion, when these two guys came in, you've been there for a while. They're not listening. No one's listening. Just you and I. How do you feel about these gentlemen coming in?
Well, I watched him get out of the car, walking down the driveway, the sidewalk, and Rob was like, "No, no." And they came in, and I literally heard him also say, "I effing hate you." And I'm thinking, great. Till we got to the second floor, and then it was like, "I love you. I love this place. I need this place." And I was like, "Great. I can leave now." Because I gave my notice. I was done.
Yeah, no, that was part of our stipulation. We're like, "Marion, you cannot leave. If we buy this place, we know nothing about this world. We need you here." So,
Yeah,
And
well,
Jess,
I'm
as
glad they
far as
bought it, Ken. I'm really glad they bought it.
Yeah, we begged.
Yeah, we got
Jess,
lucky.
as far as your role here, do you? I look at you and I'm sensing the voice of reason here.
I just
she
tried to
was
hang
just
out of
out
a
on the
third
roof.
story window.
That's true. I'm the one who got the phone. That's true.
I could say that I'm in the middle of their tiffs sometimes. Pretty
Yeah,
well.
there you go.
Usually the one that's I get one phone call from one and then one phone call from the other and be like, "What do you think?"
All right, so it begs the question then before, and I'm going to ask this of all of you, but start with Rob and John. Before any of this, what was your level of interest in the whole paranormal thing and all this weirdness that all of us have, given up years of our lives to pursue here? And so, what was your level of interest in that in terms of the house and everything that went with it?
So for me, I used to watch like the ghost hunter shows. Like I
Yep.
watched the Ghost Hunters, right? And a couple other ones. And every once in a while, I turn on the documentary style, reenactments of this and that and the other thing of the haunted places and stuff. And I thought it was all cool and it was fun to watch. And I actually saw one on the SK Pierce Mansion, and I was like, oh wow, that's in Gardner, and blah blah blah. And I was like, God, I'm glad I don't live there. That would, you know, glad I don't own that place. That would be a nightmare because I'm
Right.
listening to Edwin and Lillian, and their story. And sure enough, I own it now. But other than that, that was it. I've never been I never went ghost hunting. I never this. I have had minor experiences that I've have kept me sort of on the believer side of things on most of the stuff. So, but that's me. That's where I was.
Yeah, I used to watch the shows of Jason Hawes and Taps and all those people growing up. But before, outside of that, I had no exposure to this world. And me and Rob have been pretty open and honest about the fact that before purchasing the house, we didn't really have any exposure to this world. We're business owners within Gardner, Massachusetts, and this is a staple within the city. And we wanted to be involved with helping the city and helping the fellow businesses and being a part of the community. And this was a great way for us to do it. Um, so we ended up diving headfirst into a community that we weren't well acquainted with. And at first, we weren't sure how the community would take that. Um, Having us two who weren't well acquainted with that world owning one of the major landmarks in that world, but they've been absolutely amazing. So we don't view it as a negative, right? We're extremely happy to preserve the house and dive into the world and be involved with the community. And at first, again, we were worried about how the community would take us because we weren't part of it. But now we're 2 feet in, and everyone's been absolutely amazing, and we're just happy to be a part of
Yeah.
it.
Well, at the heart of it is that you own a phenomenal piece of property. Putting all of this aside, the house is absolutely gorgeous.
Hmm?
And in a little while, we're going to show some photos that John was kind enough to send as far as the interior, because people who have been there, I mean, Cody and Story are in chat. Huh? My hand goes up. I haven't. See you guys in a week. But for the people who've been there, for the people who haven't been there, you don't yet. So we are going to tonight try to give you an introduction and give you an idea of why you should visit this house. Marion, you've been there for a little bit, so I'll kind of ask you a two-part question. Did you have an interest in this before you started there? And the second part of the question, what was your come to Jesus moment in this house where something maybe happened and you said, oh, yeah, this is weird?
Um, I knocked on the side door. Is how I got to be in this house. First of all, knocked on the door, and I did believe. I did, but I didn't knock on the door to say, "Hey,
So, Jess, how about you? Same question for you.
Marion did suck my ass in
I
here.
did make her come in. I did.
Yeah, no, I met her at a cafe. I've always been interested in the paranormal, but she's like, "Hey, come for a tour." And I did come for a tour, and it sucked. Not you.
Oh, I didn't.
Remember?
Oh,
And then I called you up and I asked you for another tour, and then yeah, now I'm here 3 years later. As far as paranormal goes, I also saw the floating head, but it was a different spirit in the house. But recently I opened one of the closets and it like stopped me from talking, which does
We have
not
the
happen.
video.
And that was a little startling moment
We
where
have that on video.
there was someone inside the closet, which was pretty interesting.
Ah, you
Just
know,
point of the tour guide that gave you that first tour. Are they still working there? Or
No,
okay, just checking.
no, she left before you guys
Didn't know if
bought
you
it.
needed to do some remedial or something.
No,
I could take care of
it was
that
a horrible
myself.
tour.
Rob, the only remedial we need is on you.
okay.
when I first met you guys, we were at the fundraiser that we had for
Yeah.
Andrea Perrin, and I had remarked that, and you guys played a prominent role in that, and we will be forever grateful for that. But I really appreciated you guys coming in and reaching out to the community. It's something that struck me right away because you didn't have to, but you wanted to be part of that. You wanted to be part of helping somebody. So, I applauded you for it then. I applaud it for you now. That's not always the case, but I think you folks are, doing it the right way. So, again, I applaud you for that. Now, all of you are in that house, and whether it's cleaning up, renovating, no one else is around. When that house is empty, and maybe it's just you or a couple of you, what's the vibe in that place? Does it feel peaceful? Or does it have that thing where, yeah, somebody's here?
It depends on the day.
People call it a feeling of being watched. If you want to go that route, that's fine. But what's it like when no one's looking?
Scary, active.
Yeah.
People, we just heard something. As you guys are, we just heard something in the kitchen.
I've watched you
Something's
guys
moving in the
pointing at
kitchen.
stuff. You guys always do that. We'll be on video and we'll just watch them look at stuff and point at stuff. And
It was,
what are
it
they
was.
doing?
Over there.
She goes, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, "It's in the kitchen. Whatever it is, there's nobody in the kitchen. We just heard some movement."
I'll pull the video afterwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting the full immersive experience here tonight.
Yeah, we'll have them take the laptop around the house.
I would say the house goes back and forth.
Yeah.
There's some days where you walk in the door and you know right out the gate that they don't want you here. Other days you come in and it feels
Comfortable.
welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk around the house, especially by yourself, it does feel like you're being watched.
So, how
Even
about
our
you?
tour guides think so too. They see
Yeah.
that we're being watched. Yeah.
Mine might be a little bit of blind ignorance, but every time I walk into that house, I like to think that SK Pierce appreciates what we're doing and what we're trying to do with his house. So I never get a negative feeling or anything in that house. I always think that he appreciates what we're trying to do and to maintain his house. So there's certainly a feeling of being watched, but I never feel it in a negative way. You walk around the house, you do what you got to do, you do your thing, and it always, at least to me, it always feels like we're doing the right thing, and as long as we're trying to do the right thing, that they're happy that we're there.
Okay.
I just got to say something. Cody just sent that message. The mermaid says to say hello.
Hey, mermaid.
Mermaid said
The
to say
Fiji mermaid. Yeah, we gave the Fiji mermaid
Yeah,
to them.
the Fiji's not there anymore.
Oh yeah.
No, Cody and Story have it.
Oh, okay. I
Are
thought it
they
was some
bringing
kind of
it?
code or something.
Hey, Satori, are you bringing the Fiji mermaid back next this month?
Is that part of the display?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
just to
asking.
visit.
She's here in the chat, so we might as well ask her if the Fiji
Yeah,
mermaid's
right.
coming.
It's a big piece of it.
That
know, huh?
reminds me as well. If you folks do have questions for our guests tonight, please put them up in chat. We'll star them, and at the appropriate time, we'll do an inquisition and interrogate all of them. So,
We're here to be interrogated.
yeah. All right. So, whether you're a skeptic, believer, you walk into the house for the first time, if you were going to point someone in a certain direction, let's say they had limited time, wanted to investigate, I don't want you to give away the store here, but is there one particular part of the house that you would say, yeah, you need to spend some time here? Maybe it's one of those places where people have come out and told you, it's like, yeah, there's something odd in there. There's something strange about this area.
I think
So-
we're all going to say the same thing.
So I would say
we're all going to say the same thing.
What do you think?
the third floor of the basement.
Yeah. No, it's all the way up. It's the third
Yeah.
floor.
Women tend to have interesting experiences in a room on the second floor called the Red Room, where both of S.K. Pierce's wives stayed and passed. So, did I get that right, Marion?
Yes, the red room that's where Susan and Ellen so Ellen passed in 1902. Susan passed in 1875, right after they built the house. So the red room as a specific room would be one of the most active, but as a floor or an entire area, most people immediately go to the third floor. They go all the way up to the servants' quarters, the two head servants' bedrooms, and the billiards room, which are the rooms up there. But it's widely considered the most active area of the house is the third floor of the house. The house is essentially 5 levels. There's a basement, a main level, a second floor bedroom area, a third floor servants area, and then the tower. But it's pretty universally well known that the servants' areas in the third floor and the billiards room are the most active parts of the house. There's individual parts of the house that are active, but as a general area, it's the third floor.
For me, I think it's the basement. Basement's active.
Basement is
very active down there. Some really, I've got video that be like, what the heck is that?
And I got the best EVPs from the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jess, in your time, and Marion, you can answer this too, or anybody, do you find that the house reacts differently to different types of guests?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you walk in the door and the first thing you're thinking is absolutely nothing is going to happen in this house, I can promise nothing's going to happen. You come in here and you're a happy group, you're having fun, you're talking, you're laughing, you're going to get the most activity.
Agree.
That's the way that I look at it.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just the energy that's brought through the door. It's the energy that people carry when they come in that energizes the house, that gives them the energy to do what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think what plays the most active role in making this house, I'll use the word haunted. Is it the people who live there and their lives, or is it all this emotional energy that people bring there or that's been left behind? I mean, because we love to label stuff, right? Intelligent, residual, poltergeist.
It's all. Ken, I think it's all. Every bit of it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is this one of those places where you have a wide palette of
yes,
all this stuff?
Yeah, because we have spirits that interact by conversation, but then we also have spirits that, when they're seen, are doing the same exact thing every single time.
Yeah, residual. Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I agree 100% with her. It all depends on how you come in here, how they're going to react to you. They're going to show themselves. We've seen them. Just saw something in the kitchen. I think we're pretty calm right now and chill. And I think they're just walking around showing themselves to us.
Run and chase it.
I mean,
we will.
We're on camera.
They do that all the time. You don't have to convince them to do that.
Run and chase it. Guys, I saw a video where you made a trek across the street to where the chairs were made. Anybody doesn't know, Sylvester Pierce, that was, his vocation. Do you think this place carries the energy of this entire industry that he built there? I mean, because it basically, he sort of owned the entire block.
South Gardner.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually I didn't know what to think because John and I both.
Hold on.
John and I both.
There she goes. Wait, sorry.
John and I both were very
like
interested.
The house shook.
I don't know what it was. I thought it was next door.
No, the house just shook.
Hang on, we have an event going.
It just shook.
Honestly, at this point, it happens so often that I'm not. Yeah, they're off to go find something that just happened. It's just.
Now we're hearing whistling.
Even when they said that they're doing this from the house, I was like, that was just going to interrupt.
Oh, that's cool. We got time for that. If they want to sign a waiver to use their likeness, then you can do that.
I
give permission.
Anyway, Rob, what I was getting at, let me cut through all the bullshit here. What I was getting at, are there pieces in that house, particularly chairs, that are part and parcel of what was built across the street? Because a lot of these places, oftentimes when they're sold, everybody cannibalizes the place. Families come in.
Yeah.
And, they appoint the place by getting pieces donated to them. but it's a lot different when you have pieces that date back to whatever the 1870s, 1880s.
So yeah, so if the history of Gardner is, uh, it used to be the furniture capital, really, of the world. People knew Gardner, Massachusetts, in the furniture built. And S.K. Pierce was one of the people that really pioneered the Chair City um, label that we ended up getting. So
Mhm.
the industry has since died down, and I think the factory across the street is one of the few remaining original factories that has um, the the quality of furniture you'd expect from something built in Gardner, and um, and it's so, and then that's called Standard Chair, and they do great work, and it's a shame that the, you know, because now you got to go to different places and buy stuff for 6 years, and then you got to replace it. And I grew up in my house, you know, 30, 40 years, we'd have furniture that was still, you know, going strong. To give you an idea, Jess is sitting in a rocking chair from the late 1800s, early
Yeah.
1900s. That is an S.K. Pierce original chair.
Yeah, that's from his original factory.
Yes.
We we found that, so that chair that she just stood up from, I found that on Facebook Marketplace, and I contacted the woman and bought it from
You
her.
did? Yeah.
And she had owned it for like 50 years. And when I picked it up from her, she said, "Why do you want the chair?" And I said, "Well, I own the house." And she goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I want to bring it home." So that chair that you can see now next to Marion, that's
Yeah.
from the late 1800s. So that's from S.K. Pierce's furniture factory. And then the chair that Marion is sitting in.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
So there's two of them. That's the one she has. And then Jess, can you move the other one in the frame?
Oh, it's the same chair.
Well,
There's
yeah.
two of them.
Marion, Jess, the two of you are the worst Vanna Whites I've ever seen.
Hey, hey, hey,
A
hey.
little
I'm
more
going to show
hand
you
motion.
another chair, too, that somebody left on the doorstep about 10 years ago. That was
You know
made
what
over
I'm
there.
impressed
That's
with?
this one.
And
What
that one
I'm
over there.
impressed.
Yep.
So
What
we
I'm
have
Just left
the
it on
impressed.
the
original
doorstep.
S.K.
You
Pierce
want
chair,
this? So,
flanked by two new standard chair factory rockers, and that lives in the men's parlor. So we have the original chair flanked by two brand new chairs. They all came out of the same factory, just
I know.
125 years from each other.
What I'm
And
impressed with is the craftsmanship, because a lot of times you go into historic places and they put a chain across those things. It's
yeah.
like, we'd prefer you
no,
didn't sit in this. So the craftsmanship, I mean, it's amazing. They're just like a piece of usable furniture.
Yep.
yeah,
And the
for the
reason we went
most
across the
part,
street and got the new chairs is because I want the history to move on. So we got
Mm-hmm.
something from the original
Can look at
factory.
you
And then 100 years from now,
like next to
that'll be part of the history, and somebody will be sitting in, one of
Nice
our
chair.
chairs that we just got, and so anyway, but there's other furniture there too that is from SK Pierce factory, and also just from the other factories in Gardner. There are a few chairs from some of the folks that had closed down, Nichols and Stone, LaChance. I believe they're closed.
Mm.
yeah, I was nervous about leaving the chairs out at first, especially that old 125-year-old chair. I was nervous about leaving it out, but people have been using it. Everyone's wicked respectful. I haven't. My first concern was people breaking the chair, but everyone who rents out the house or comes to the house is so respectful that
Yeah.
chair's been completely fine. No one breaks anything or abuses anything. I think they appreciate the history, and we haven't had any issues.
Mhm. Marion, I'm going to take you back a little bit. When did the stories about odd things start there? Was this at the ownership of Edwin and Lillian, or does it predate them? Because I know it came to the public conscious when they owned it. This is when it was on this show,
Right.
that show, the other thing. But does this stuff actually predate them?
Yeah. Jane Stemmerman, her father owned it. He bought it from Edward Pierce. Jane Stemmerman, I was friends with. We talked all the time. She owned the house after her father died. She bought it, and it was empty for many years, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
and she would tell me things when she stayed here with her aunt one time. Her daughter would stay here, and they were actually the bedroom was in the ladies' parlor, and they'd be laying in bed, and something would literally sit on the edge of the bed with them, and they were the only two in the house.
Right.
And then I would talk to Mark Bowe, who owned it. He bought it in 2000. He was actually just here in November, and he was telling his stories about things that happened in the house. Um, his daughter saw Maddie, the nanny, when she went up the main staircase to go into her bedroom, which is Maddie's bedroom. She literally saw Maddie in her servant's outfit in the bedroom. They do see things. His dog was seeing things in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it goes back as far as everybody I know. I didn't know anybody back in the 60s, of course, but I'm
Would
sure it
you
was.
say that with the chain of ownership there still to this day, and if you don't agree with us, that's fine, that Sylvester Knowlton Pierce is the owner that had the most dramatic impact
Yeah,
on
I
that
do.
house?
I do. I think he's still here. You know, it's his house. I'm sorry, John and Rob, but it's Mr. Pierce's house.
Oh, it
He
is.
lets us know it, and
It's fine.
Well,
yeah.
that leads me to my next question then. If Mr. Pierce was giving a Yelp review of Rob and John right now, how
Yes.
many stars would they be? Is it 5 stars, or it would be like, why do you keep leaving the freaking lights on, guys? Like,
Can
what?
it
Yes.
depend? Can it
Is
depend
it
on the
John or
day?
Rob?
Yeah, it all
I
depends
mean,
on what they're doing too.
Yeah, it all
We,
depends on what they're
we,
doing.
If they're sitting in here doing nothing, then I'd say 5 stars. But when they're running around acting like crazy people, I get 0.
Wow.
well,
No,
it's,
there's one day we won't mention that's a 0.
Okay,
impressive.
it's a
I'll take
mixed
that.
bag.
Um,
We always say that it's their house. We just deal with the
It
bag.
is their house. I agree.
yeah, you know
It's the
what?
Pierce's house.
That is absolutely the best way to approach it. Whether it's ownership, you have to almost think of it. And I say this as somebody, it's not my money, clearly, but it's almost like you have stewardship of it because at some point, hopefully it's decades and decades and decades from now, when someone else comes in, you want to pay that forward. It's like we've taken care of this
Yeah.
to
Again,
memorialize the Pierce family and so forth. And so there's like a certain stewardship that comes with, paying the bills and everything else. Would you agree with
again,
that?
it's a joke, but it's true. It's their house. We just deal with the bag.
Yeah,
Again, it's a
Mhm.
yeah.
joke. I keep saying, but in a
And
lot of ways, it's true.
and I think when you get here, you're gonna know Rob and Allison Conti are the ones that did the renovations in the house, paid for the renovations in the house, and they really kept it to the period. The wallpaper is all to period. It's all beautiful wallpaper. The floors are all kept the same. They didn't change anything. They made sure nobody broke down any walls or took out doors or windows or anything. They made sure everything stayed the way it was, except for the kitchen.
Mhm.
Because we could see into the basement. That's how bad it was. But that's
Right.
the only room that had to have everything else. Robin Ellison had it done. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you in the years and years, too many years that I want to tell you that I've spent doing this and the homes I've been in from Newport mansions to Victorian houses, I'm kind of a Victorian house snob a little bit. And I'm looking at where you ladies are right now, and it's mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful.
Thanks.
We can't wait for you to see it. We
Yeah.
can't wait.
Oh, I listen. I can't. My thing in walking into a house like that is not like I sense something. It's more like, wow, that's beautiful. I love the molding over there. That is my first hour in any place because
Yep, mine
it's sort of
too.
my background. So before I bring George back in here, you guys, was there a moment that what was your come to Jesus moment, if you've had one, that made each of you say, yeah, okay, that might be a ghost?
I have mine. Go ahead, bro.
Well, mine ended up not being a thing, but so
He's still gonna tell the story. I'm the one who had to break his heart.
So, really, two things. First of all, actually, when we first got the chairs, John and I wanted to get a little some stuff online. Where we did a video for the chairs, get some things on our YouTube and Facebook and all that. And we sat down with Marion and we did some actual some interview stuff, and then at the end of it all, and Marion was there, we're standing next to the piano. It, and literally, it sounded like, to me, it sounded like someone left the old heavy window open, and it just slammed shut. And it shook. A piece of the molding fell off onto the ground, and we were like, "What the heck just happened?" And John and I went outside to look to see if maybe a big piece of ice fell. There was nothing on the ground. There was snow there, that it was soft snow that would have shown it. And we were like, "That was weird." So that might have been, to me, I don't know. That was a thing. It was a loud. I mean, that was not the
Yeah,
house settling,
me,
right?
And
Ron,
then we
And
heard
we
the
heard
running
some
above our
footsteps.
heads.
Yeah.
Remember?
So that was part of it. The fake one was, I was downstairs with the HVAC guys because I had to show them in, and we walked downstairs and we walked past this little it's a mop sink
it's a
room,
slop. It's a
and
slop sink closet.
yeah. So all of a sudden, as they walk by, and as I'm walking by, the faucet turns on, and I'm like, "Did you guys just hear that?" They're like, "Did the water just go on?" I'm like, "Yeah." And
Yeah, that was
I'm
pretty
like,
cool.
"What
I
the
had a
hell just
video of it.
happened?" And I walked back, and it had shut off, but it was wet inside, and I was like, "Wow." And then John,
So two things happened with that. One, I tried to pull off. There's a security camera down there at the time. It's not there anymore, but I tried to pull the security camera of it happening. I was going to post it online, but the F word came out of Rob's mouth one too many times, so I wasn't able to post it. I was like, this is a little vulgar for our social media, because he freaked out. And then I went down to look, and I saw what pipe it came out of. It was there's a condensation pump out of the dehumidifier that drains into that
Mhm.
sink, and that's what he heard was a
just
condensation.
by coincidence, I happened to be walking by when it purged
When the
its little.
condensate pump came out, and he freaked out. And they all, I mean, the funny thing is, the HVAC guys freaked out, which they're the ones who would install the condensate pump.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. But
Well, there have been a lot.
mine was a little bit more,
Some
I guess,
think would have.
real.
But
There have been a
We
lot
had
of
a,
times that I've walked by things
machines
that
in.
kicked on,
I
and
was
I
here.
just dropped my absolute
Yeah,
shit right
and
there.
that's what
No,
happened.
big bad ghost hunter. I want to bring George in, but I also have a short video. This is from your website, and then you can kind of break this down.
What is that?
Yeah,
Oh, I think this is
it's
Ty. Is
Ty.
this
Oh, it's the
Ty?
Thai video. Oh,
Ty.
Okay,
oh,
keep
Thai.
your
Okay.
eyes lower left.
Oh, okay. It's paused.
This is hilarious.
It's not moving, Ken.
No, it is. It's playing.
Oh, now it is. Just be
We gotta fix the Wi-Fi at the mansion.
It's fixed.
Oh, I didn't connect to that.
I love how he just grabs the beer afterwards.
We know what it's like.
The big sigh.
No, I mean that's solid right there, like ice water. You know.
No, this is. I'll explain this after. It's actually pretty funny. This is one of my favorite videos that's ever came out of the mansion.
All right, now go. Now, hang on. Now I'm gonna go this way.
What the heck?
This is where the horrid face like supposed to come out of the screen and like,
Yeah. So that's
like
that gentleman's name's Ty Sherrill. He's a big barbecue personality down in Texas. So that was he came with a group of three people called Booze, Brews, and Barbecue. It's Ty, John, and Barry. Ty's a barbecue personality. John is the head of security for the band Shinedown, and Barry is the drummer for Shinedown.
okay.
So they have a group called Booze, Brews, and Barbecue who does exactly what they sound like. They do beer, they do barbecue, and they do paranormal investigations. Absolutely wonderful group of guys. They were absolutely a pleasure to have. Ty is the newcomer of the group to the paranormal world. and that house scared the shit out of him. Uh,
I, I,
I, I have a
make me
video.
look like
We have
Jason
a
Hahn.
video.
Put it that way.
Yeah, we have a video of him at a brewery in Salem that week, giving an introduction to what happened, and he said to us on camera, "I will never go back to your house." Um, so the funny thing about the whole thing is they were down in the basement. He comes up to get a beer. They filmed a TV show. He comes up to get a beer, and then that happens, and he lost his mind. Something just fell off my. I think I brought one home with me. Uh, you think I'm kidding? Something just fell off of something. Ty lost his mind when that happened. Went back downstairs to his show. I was actually in the house at the time, and I wasn't downstairs with them, but they came back up, freaking out that this happened. And the funny thing about the whole thing is, again, Ty's newer to the paranormal world. That scared the shit out of him.
I think it.
So the fact that he grabbed a beer and just kind of carried on afterwards was the funniest part, because that shook him, and he still was just like, "Oh, you can hear it. Oh, listen." He goes back and just sighs. Yeah, he just lets out a sigh and goes back to what he's doing.
Awesome.
But great group of guys. They have a bunch of other stuff happen in the house. They were there for 2 or 3 nights. That was right in the middle of a massive blizzard.
Yeah.
This one we had. John spent the first night there himself, and then Barry and Ty showed up and spent the next 2 nights. So they got a whole bunch of stuff there. They're gonna have a great TV show going up. I think we're episode 8 of their TV show. So that will be coming out on whatever network they end up deciding to publish it on. But yeah, it was a great couple nights with those guys. They're absolutely fantastic guys, and I'm so happy that it happened to Ty and not to John or Barry, because Ty was pretty shooken by that.
Ken.
Well, I
Ken.
am going to be back. George is here to take you to infinity and beyond.
Oh
So
boy, here we go.
I'm going to be back in a little while with, more interrogation questions and a little bit of fun here. We've got also some pictures and maybe some questions to get to. But for now,
We're here,
George,
Ken.
take it away.
Thank you, Ken. And joining us tonight, the SK Pierce family. Jess, Marion, you had something to say you wanted? Ken's still off screen, but he can hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to John, after that happened to Ty, he came down. See, I was doing the tour, and we were actually
I was
below
down
us,
there too.
and
Yeah.
he came downstairs and he was crying.
His
He was
eyes were like,
crying.
woo.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe what happened, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god, it
I
scared the
told him
shit out of
he
him.
has to come back. They don't have a choice. I'm just going to
Mhm.
bug them to infinity till they come back.
That's all I want to say, George. Thank you.
No problem. Tears of joy or tears of
Scared.
fear?
Scared. Fear.
50-50.
Oh,
He
okay.
was freaked out. He was definitely freaked out.
He was that house scared the shit out. The house scared the shit out.
He wouldn't even sleep in a room by himself, George. He had to sleep on the floor with the other guys in the room.
Oh my
And they
God.
went to the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
Oh, what a word.
Which-
Well, he's a beginner.
Don't
Maybe it's
call him
not the
out.
best place to sleep if you're nervous
It
about
helps other
things.
people come
Okay.
in.
That's the irony. He went to the servants' quarters, so they go to all sleep together. I'm like, that's the worst room you could have gone to.
Well, watching that video, I can tell the first thing is that you've got some quality cameras that are in there. Did you guys set that up, or was that already established before you took over?
Jess? No. So there was a few security cameras in there that Jess had, and then we just added to them. It's kind
It
of
started with 3 and they escalated it to like 14.
Yeah, we didn't. It was a mistake.
That's high tech.
So there was a start off where it was mostly just for security. People think it's an open house, so people show up at all times of the day trying to get in there. So it started off as a few cameras in the common areas as a security measure. But we ended up adding some because the cameras caught a lot of activity in the house. So we added a few more. So we kind of go back and forth because we want to respect people's privacy while they enjoy the house. But we also want a security measure because people, it's right on a main road. It's a big target to get broken into. With it, obviously the security system and all that, but
Have
they're
there ever been discussions to do live cam from there?
Yes.
we've talked about it a bunch. We just have to figure out how to do it. But there's also the whole aspect of, again, it's people rent it out to spend the night, and I want to respect people's privacy as they spend the night. So it's a kind of a mixed bag of doing a live cam while also, you pay to have an experience in the house, and some people don't want to be on camera. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit of back and forth of being able to cut it on and off.
Yeah, 'cause you certainly have a slew of social media out there that you could link those cams to that people, whether it's SKHauntedmansion.com or the Facebook or the YouTube, it's all
Yeah,
of that
who
is
does that?
very capable. Um, so, as you probably well know, maybe during your discussions when you were at the benefit for Andrea, that uh, Ken has connections to also another well-named house, as do Cody and Satori. What we're talking about is a conjuring house.
Yeah.
There has been a dynamic shift, however. A lot of it was going on there, and people who I've befriended over the years, Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Rolling Hills Asylum, have become, for lack of a better word, no nonsense owners. And the sense that you're not going to come in and start in with this whole demonic thing for your views and likes. Where do you guys fall on that fence? Do you allow people to investigate the way that they like, or are there some limitations before they go there? Good for them to know before they make a booking.
There are limitations. We little things like we don't allow Ouija boards in the house because there's we have Stanley in the basement that was brought in from a Ouija board, and I mean, um, we yeah, we want to. We're not into. Um, we don't censor how people do their investigations. However, we make sure that you know it's an authentic night. You know what I mean? So when we're doing our stuff, or we're doing, when I say we, I mean mostly Marion and Jess and some other folks doing guided ghost hunts and stuff like that. It's not circus. It's not parlor tricks. It's all authentic. If nothing happens, nothing happens, right?
Right.
So you know, that is what it is. Generally, something happens.
Yeah, the
Uh,
house is always really
there's
active.
not a need to, but at the same time, we're not making things up. Yeah, we want it to be authentic. We want it to be respectful too. That's another thing. We really don't want people coming in and antagonizing things that are in
Yeah.
there. Um,
Yeah,
and
that
that
I mean
another,
that's or the biggest thing for us is that we want to respect the house. We want to respect the people, the occupants of the house. And so far since we bought it, we haven't run into a lot of issues with people doing things that disrespect the house or its occupants. It could come up. If it comes up, we'll deal with it. But for the most part, we ask people not to bring in Ouija boards. We ask people not to consume any drugs or alcohol. It's a point of respecting the house, respecting the history, and respecting the occupants. And so far, at least, everyone's been very respectful and accommodating of that wish.
Right.
So we haven't run into any issues there. But the rule of the house is really just to respect the house.
Yeah, which is the way it should be at every location, realistically.
Agreed.
Um, Jess and Mary, respectively, left to right. As you have these groups come in for tours, do you set that tempo for them? As you said, the more jovial and friendly and upbeat that the group is, the more they seem to get reaction versus the ones that are kind of either uh, non-believers or they want to be too cool and not react to it. How do you go about setting that up, building that energy up with your guests?
Uh, every time somebody walks through this door, especially for the overnights and the investigations for the newer groups, I I spend at least a half hour explaining to them like how like if you're gonna act this way, they're not gonna talk to you. Go up there, have fun, enjoy yourself. Just be respectful. If you're gonna be a jerk, they're gonna be a jerk back to you.
Yeah. There's no bullying. You know, do not bully the spirits. Be respectful. I was here one day when somebody bullied the spirit and the guy got thrown down the third floor staircase. It's be respectful to the
Marion.
spirits.
No,
What? Yeah. Just respect them and they'll respect you, you know?
And you're not necessarily touring style, but does your personality change? Do you have to put more energy into the lackluster groups? So you're kind of
You're
bringing it
funny.
forward. Be funny, exactly. Do you have a problem with that, or do most of them commonly come in with a little bit of excitement and the curiosity in what it is that we're doing?
I would say that the newer groups get the best things right now.
Mhm.
The ones that come in and are so excited to be inside of a haunted house have the best outcomes. Um, and then you have the seasoned people that come in and they just know that if they're high energy, that's what they're going to receive.
I like that. I like that answer because it's something that I think happens at every location. Those novice investigators who don't know what to expect get the unexpected before anyone else.
Mhm.
That's a
I
great.
just had an actual very first paranormal investigation. It was like 4 young 20s, and they didn't want help, and I explained the whole thing, so I just sat here, and the amount of times that this group came back to ask me questions and they were just so excited about the response that they were getting and I was validating that for them. It was rewarding.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's the best part of being a host. It certainly is because you kind of live vicariously through their first time experience.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
one of our first public overnight. It was October. It was in October. It was Halloween Eve, and we held a public overnight where you can spend a lot less money and just book out a room for the night. And our tour guides are there to help people through the night. So it's a way for them to come in and experience the house for a lot less money. A woman came with her 16-year-old daughter. It was her birthday present, and the level of excitement on her face and her daughter's face and how happy they were to be in the house and be able to have the experience was absolutely amazing. They were so appreciative to be there, and they had such a great night. It was their first time ever doing anything like that. The 16-year-old daughter really wanted to do something like that, and to be able to see how excited they were and how much fun they had is one of the reasons we do this.
That's a great story. That really is. I've had similar experience with that also, as being kind of a guest investigator. So, kudos to you guys for keeping that kind of energy and keeping it interesting. I'm going to bring Ken back in here as we go to the top of the hour. We're going to go ahead and take our mid-show break. Get you a chance to replenish your drinks or a bathroom break, whatever you need to do. When we come back on the other side, though, we will be continuing our conversation with all of our very special guests from the ESK Pierce Mansion, and maybe even a little prelude to what's going to be going on the weekend of the 13th, Friday the 13th. Stay with us, guys. You're watching Dead or Alive on the Dead or Full Spectrum channel. We'll be back right after this.
We'll be right back after the commercial break.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! To last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop coming. this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this.
And now, back to our show.
Hey guys, we are back on air. Welcome back for the second hour of our interview tonight with the SK Pierce Group. And we're so thrilled to have them join us tonight. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us. Again, if you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so. It's important, again, also with the thumbs up for the algorithm. You know the routine. I'm sure you guys watch a bunch of YouTube and everybody says the same thing. Well, there's a reason why. It really, really helps a lot when we are trying to reach out to a lot more people that we still haven't reached out to yet in the paranormal field. So just keep that in mind. Thumbs ups are very important, and that goes for our regular viewers also. One thumbs up, you can subscribe once and you're subscribed, but thumbs up every single show, please. Greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's bring our guests back onto the screen, Ken. With Rob, John, Jess, and Mary,
And going
and
backwards.
they've
No.
moved.
Oh, they
They
moved.
moved.
They moved to another location now. So,
Is that okay?
You think they had that planned,
Yeah,
or
great.
well,
I
yeah,
understand.
but now
They
we
can
got
move.
new things we got to watch in the back for shadows and stuff. Great, more work.
Third floor?
why? Yeah, why did you guys go to the third floor? Why did you go to the second floor?
Go on the second floor. Why don't you guys see a bit something different? It's cold.
We can go to the third floor.
Do you
No,
want us
that's
to go to the third floor, Ken?
no, that's fine.
You're gonna see something. It's gonna be on the third floor.
Ken says, "Surprise me when I get there."
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's still my turn. I didn't
Yep.
know Ken just went off screen there. Let's talk a little bit about your social media and the importance of it for what you all are doing. Who manages it first of all?
I do.
Me.
Before Rob perks up and tries to take any
I did bring it.
clout, I manage all of our social media.
And the purpose behind it more so is marketing or posting evidence, is a little bit of both.
It's mostly just getting the house's reach out there. So, I mean, full disclaimer: up until we bought the house in September, is when we finally closed on the house. Prior to that, me and Rob's social media knowledge might as well predate MySpace. It was basically nothing. So we took over a Facebook page of 23,000 followers in September, about 5 months ago, and that's what we had to work with. And somehow got to work and just tried to kind of figure it out. And now we have, let's see, 23,000 in September. We now have 72,000 and change on Facebook. We are almost up to 80,000 followers between Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok in the 5 or 6 months that we've been in charge of it. I could tell you how we had such great success in social media if I knew how, but unfortunately, I don't know how.
Welcome to the club. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole making it up as we go along with the house definitely bleeds into our social media. We just try and post, we post evidence from inside the house. We post our journey of owning the house. We do a lot of posts about the architecture of the house, and we just we see what people want to see, and we interact as much as we can. We reply to comments, we share other people's posts, we reply to other people's posts. We try to be every day. I go on, Jess is on our social media, Rob's on our social media. We all work together to be as active as possible with responding to people and talking to people, and just trying to be as open, honest, and fun with the house as possible. Because, like we always say, there's no reason this can't be fun. Uh, so that's what we try and do.
We can come
It's
up with those adjectives.
Yeah, it's a mixture of evidence, but also a mixture of just fun.
A little
A
bit of
lot of times,
plagiarism.
me and Rob being idiots,
A little bit of
and
plagiarism
We
on
we
John's.
embrace the fact that we're making this up as we go along. We really do. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, I've started trying to get a YouTube series put together called
terrifying.
So We
Terrifying.
Bought a Haunted House, and so we're putting we just posted another video of basically saying we had a cancellation on Friday, and uh, come watch us stumble through a ghost hunt unsupervised, and it shows. Uh,
The most terrifying part of this whole thing is that Rob somehow got into YouTube. He bought a camera and got microphones, and now that his big thing is YouTube, and I'm horrified, and I'm trying to navigate Rob's love of YouTube.
Yeah.
With
Welcome
our
to the craziest algorithm that's out there, Rob.
Yeah,
I know, and it keeps changing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Without question.
but our social media is a way to get out to more people. That's all. We're not making money off social media. We're not trying to turn it into something it's not. We're just trying to get the house out to as many people as possible to come to enjoy it.
What's the primary message on all the different platforms you're using right now, John, or the ones that you're managing? Which, by the way, blows me away because we've had several influencers on the show who talk about putting in as much as 60 hours a week on social media, and I know I couldn't do it. Ken and I talked about it, and we've got several platforms, but it's like, man, that's an investment right there.
It's I don't want to call it a nightmare, even though it kind of is. Um, it's one of those things where, so we post when we first inherited it. We're doing about 4 posts a day across the platforms, but it was part of growing the Instagram and the TikTok and the Facebook. We're just trying
Sure.
to get more traffic to it.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more strategic. Obviously, I mean, you have to play with the algorithm. If it, We've gotten to the point, scale wise, where if you post that much, the it starts to see you as spammy, and you have to start kind of playing around with that. So right now, it's more strategic, right? We try and do a post earlier, like between 11 and 1 p.m. That's more explaining what's going on with the house, and then there's an afternoon post that's more of a short video that draws in an audience, and that's trying to get, again, is trying to draw eyes to the social media. But throughout the day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you're checking in on notifications and comments and shares and all that stuff to interact back with people, right? Like, I have a few hours where I have something going on and I can't look at it, and I open it up, and all of a sudden there's 30 notifications there, and which is more manageable than the bigger pages who probably have hundreds in that time. But you go into those notifications and try and see, like, hey, who's interacting with us and how can we interact back with them. We I go out of my way to try and share posts from smaller pages to use our reach to help their reach. That's really important to me. So we'll comment, we'll like, we'll share, we'll interact, we'll do everything we can to try and prop up other paranormal pages who don't quite have our reach yet, in order to use our platform to help bolster them. Uh, so outside of our own posts, we also try and repost and share what they're doing to use our platform for good.
This could be a two-part question or not, depending upon your answer to this first question, which is Do you get people sending you messages saying in the videos you posted, I saw this, I heard this, things of that sort? And if
Hmm.
so, second question is, how much work are you putting into reviewing those comments?
all the time. So it's actually kind of funny because one of the recent posts was I told you there's different types of posts, right? There's paranormal posts, there's architecture based posts, there's posts where me and Rob were just talking. Recently, I posted a video of the first floor bathroom. It was an architecture post, right? It's beautiful Victorian construction. You open a door, there's the sink, there's the foyer. You open another door, and that's the toilet where the tank is well above the bowl, and it's kind of a cool old way of doing things. And I posted that as an architecture post, like, hey, look at this old Victorian architecture. And I didn't notice it in the video, and I didn't notice it at the time. And then people started commenting like, so there's a pull string or like a pull rope to flush the toilet, and it's swinging in the video. You can go. It's one of our recent posts in the last week or two. You can go see it, and the pull string is clearly swaying back and forth. It's like, did you do that? I'm like, nope. I was the only one on that floor at the time, and no one had been in that bathroom. And they're like, do you notice the thing swinging? I was like, nope, didn't notice it. Didn't notice it till you said it. And I'm the one who pulled the video out and posted it online. And they said it. I went back and looked at the video, and no shit, there's the chain swinging back and forth. Like, I didn't do that, and no one had been in there. So people comment a lot saying, "Hey, did you see this? Did you hear that?" Whether it's a intentional paranormal post or whether it's an architecture post or something else we're doing, people notice stuff all the time.
Rob, let me ask you from a personal standpoint, what is your focal point of interest or attraction? Is it the guests that come in? I know that's got a monetary interest, but I mean, for you personally, meeting all these different people coming in as investigators, is it, as John was just talking about, with the architecture and the history of this building, or the spirits within? Any of those at the top of the list for you?
For a while, the a lot of the architecture. As a matter of fact, I talked with an old high school friend of mine, and he's the president of the museum, the Gardner Museum in town, and then one of our tour guides, Lee, he's a architectural historian, and we're hoping to get them together to maybe just do something and come up with a tour just for the history, in architecture, like for people that aren't into paranormal stuff, because that's another whole section of the city or the area too, the greater Gardner area, that could enjoy that, right? But the more I meet a lot of folks from the paranormal world, and just such a good folks, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. I gotta say, I'm starting to lean towards you know, uh,
Say
the
it.
paranormal side,
You keep it,
uh,
yeah.
but also I am. I do enjoy. For me, growing up in Gardner, I know that again, this is a pretty cool place in Gardner, and I like the fact that John and I, um, with the help of Jess and Marion, have come up with a structure that allows us to. We're not making a ton of money. We might have a decent, our
No,
Facebook and stuff might be going. If
we're
we did
Yes,
this for entrepreneurial reasons,
yes,
we're not doing well. But
yeah.
no, we're horrible at this.
yeah, but at the same time, we want to make it accessible to the community. We want to make sure the community has a chance to come in and just enjoy it like we do, right? And be able to see it and enjoy it at a reasonable price. We'll have larger scale people that might want to come in and film part of a movie there or something like that from production in Hollywood, and then we'll we'll charge them more, because they can afford it. But we was just, we're trying to keep it accessible to the community. So, and some of the smaller ghost hunting teams and stuff like that don't have, $2,000 to shell out, and each for a night or whatever. We try to keep it reasonable.
All you really need is a demonically possessed famous doll, and just put it in a showcase
I
there.
mean,
You're set for life. That's all it takes.
We'll
Uh,
work on that.
finally, before I bring Ken back, because there's a lot of pictures to cover and some of the plans for their visit on the weekend of Friday the 13th. But Marion and Jess, um, my question again from an investigative standpoint, anybody bringing in new techniques or new equipment that seems to be elevating what it is that investigators are doing? I'll take that as a
The
no.
only thing the robot is the only thing I know.
Robot.
The robot. You ever seen the
Oh,
robot?
what?
It's a little thing.
Probably
Um,
what Sam Colby did.
no, I don't think I've seen the robot.
Yeah. That was kind of cool. But not really.
Yeah, the funnest thing I've seen really isn't even equipment. It would be
The human
human
pendulum.
pendulum.
The human
Human
pendulum.
pendulum, yeah, we've talked
That's
about that.
really awesome to watch as far as getting answers and
Mhm.
watching the person being the pendulum being pushed and being like, I didn't do that. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
cool.
cool to watch.
And
John and
There's
I
also
tried that. I hung them upside down from the ceiling.
no fucking
And
great. There's also the bone. What was the bone throwing that Sam and Colby did?
Oh,
that's called a
Yes, the
bone.
witches. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bones. They're just, I don't know.
No, there's a name. There's a name for the
I think
God.
it is both story.
No, there was a name for it. So Sam and Colby, the paranormal YouTubers, came in and they brought in three different psychics who had three different methods. And one of them did basically they put bones and other objects into a cup, and
I don't think of anything anybody's really brought it.
um, he throws it onto a surface and is able to read a room and read responses based off the bones and the objects he throws. There's a name for it. I just can't remember.
yeah, it's called voodoo.
With the light in it.
Yeah,
That's fun.
Well, I think that
that
person
may be
was
the name
coming
for all things.
from New
Bones,
Orleans,
yes.
so that could be.
Yeah, very much so, a little old style. Not always thinking in the sense of, things that are practical and around you on a regular basis, and people mostly don't incorporate. Case in point, if you remember the old game Operation,
Yeah,
and you just place the metal clipper just above the metal, and if there's any type of motion on that, the contact will happen, his nose will light up. A different way of doing it, just fun if you either have children or people who are curious about that particular device. I'm always looking for something out there that is just going to throw a curveball to the rest of the field, so it's not the same pieces of equipment day in and day out. And still we keep asking all the time, to say the least. Ken, if you'd like to join us back on screen, sir, I will turn it back over to you for the other segment. Now we're going to be losing Marion here, maybe in about 10
Pretty
minutes
soon.
and she'll let us know. But we're going to keep Jess, since Marion's leaving, for another 2 hours.
Sorry,
So,
Jess.
time.
2 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours.
All right, Ken, all yours,
Sound
sir.
clock.
Another 2 hours.
Is the store across the street still open?
The Soho might be.
Soho might be. They
The
deliver.
Soho is.
Oh, bring the laptop.
Yeah, I could bring the laptop to the Soho.
There you go.
Oh, Ken, you're muted.
All right. Thank you, George. John, does the name osteomancy ring a bell?
That's it.
Yeah.
What?
It's when you put bones in a cup,
Bones.
shake them up.
It's his name's Dylan. I can actually tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a form of divination. It's called osteomancy, like osteo meaning bones. Anyway, while we got Marion, you've been there. Like I
Long
said, you're a
time.
member of the Pierce family. What's the most chilling story that you've ever heard,
My gosh.
either about the house or from an investigator? What is one that maybe stuck with you that maybe you didn't experience yourself, but something that just made you kind of
You
shiver
know,
a little bit?
you know what made me was when Lillian had her possession. Do you remember that, Ken?
Who did
She,
now?
Lillian, when something took over her,
Okay,
and
I
yeah,
do.
something took over her for 3 days. I was calling them, banging on the door, trying to get Ed and Lil to come to the door, and finally on the third day, she opened the door, and it was Lillian, but it wasn't Lillian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
and she was not herself, Kent. She was not herself. And I literally realized something was wrong. I put my arms around her, opened the door, and dragged her ass right outside. And whatever had her for 3 days, it let go of her. And yeah, that
It
was the most
it
craziest, scariest moment.
it doesn't seem on the surface to be that kind of place. Just like my own experiences with the farmhouse, the Conjuring
Yep.
House, is not what you see portrayed in movies or anything like that. It is the most peaceful. You have to go there, and hopefully everyone will in time. That doesn't sound like something that is native to that house. So I'm just going to ask you a throw it against the wall question. Do you think that that is something that someone from the outside brought in there that may have
I
affected
do.
her? Because it doesn't sound like that kind of place to me. You don't have like a demon waiting in that on the stairway. I think they got better things to do.
Right. I don't know who brought it in. I've never heard that part. I know even before I pulled her out of the house, something had happened right before that, like when whatever it was jumped into her.
Yeah.
Um, there was two guys investigating up here on this floor and lower downstairs. It was Bob and it was Derek. And they were ready to go to bed, so they called them downstairs. Derek comes down, Bob's still up here. Then they started to see them going down the stairs. And he was actually, Ken, he was like hanging onto the railing, but he was just looking straight ahead. And Lillian says, "Oh my God, is he a diabetic?" Because he was like out of it.
Yeah.
And Derek was like, "No, he's not." And Lillian went over to him and touched him on the arm, and whatever was doing that to him jumped into her. They left. She went into the dining room, which was their living room, and she laid on the couch. And for
Mhm.
3 days, she laid there. She didn't go to the bathroom. She didn't eat. She didn't drink. Edwin's in his office over here. Never checked on her once. He used the servant staircase to go down to the kitchen, then come back up and go to bed for 3 freaking days until I banged on that door and whatever it was. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was the most craziest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't
I
know
re-
what happened. Don't know why it happened. But yeah, that was scared the crap out of her. And then
I
having something hold
remember.
her down in the bed.
Yeah, I remember. The episode,
Hmm.
not the TV thing. I remember her episode.
Oh, I remember it too. Yeah. And
Yeah.
whatever was holding her down in the bed that day.
All right. So let me ask you another question here while we got you. You talked about guidelines, parameters, guardrails that you have up with guests. Very reasonable. Do you think the spirits themselves have guardrails that they put up? Are there certain things that they won't tolerate?
I do. I don't, they won't, like I said earlier, they will not tolerate bullying. You be kind to them and they'll be kind to you.
Mm-hmm.
Respect them. Just like you would want your family to be respected. I wouldn't want anybody coming to my son or my grandchildren and bullying them and being disrespectful. I'd probably take offense to that and go after them, just like the spirits are going to do.
Question for all of you here, just because these thoughts pop into my head, I apologize ahead of time. But if the ghosts in that mansion had actual jobs, what do you think they'd be? You think they'd be
Well,
tour guides, run security?
we
Wow,
going through all 17 of them, or
all 17 of them.
all
What roles
17?
do you
Well,
think they'd
They're,
have?
they're
the
still
cat
working,
is an
Ken. They're
emotional
still
support
doing
cat.
their job. They are. They're still doing their jobs now. What they were doing back 150 years ago. They're still doing their jobs.
I wanted to also put this up because you've made it when you
Yeah.
get when you get beer named
Could you
after
pick a
you.
different picture?
Right, this is Marion on a typical shift at the.
Hey, where's
We
the one of
pay her
them
in beer.
drinking?
That is, folks. That is S.K. Pierce. Is that an I? You got one, John? Is that an IPA? What is
Yeah,
that?
SK
Again,
Pierce
it's
East
empty.
Coast
Oh,
IPA.
there you go.
It's an empty.
Check that out. Moon Hill Brewing, S.K. Pierce.
Moon Hill Brewery, SK Pierce
Actually,
IPA.
three.
Look at the mansion on the
East Coast
can.
IPA.
That is
There's
so
one right
awesome.
there. Mhm.
At
That is
least
And
it,
um,
I promise it's
Let's
empty.
see, I don't. I have
the
the ginger ale downstairs.
the Gardner Ale House in their Moon Hill Brewery. Um, we partnered with them, and they've been great. And John and I just it's one of the coolest things that's ever happened is to have our mansion on a beer. Like it's
Yeah, it was. It's funny because Booze, Brews, and Barbecue, when they were here, they interviewed the owner of Moon Hill Brewery, and they asked him, why'd you guys do this partnership?" And he said, "Well, they came in telling us they wanted to do this, and they didn't ask for anything in return. So I figured they were genuine."
I feel like we're
And
getting
that
the
was
better end of
true.
the deal. I don't know.
We don't. Again, we're horrible business owners. We didn't make any money off of it. We didn't ask for a royalty. We just. I was like, "Why'd you do it?" I was like, "I wanted my house on a beer." That was.
Do you
Yeah.
ship out? Because Brendan Monk says I have to get some of that. Brendan is in Australia. Do they ship?
People ask that, and honestly, I'm not sure. You have to contact Moonhill Brewery because
There you
again,
go, Brendan.
we a big thing about the house that people have to understand is it's extremely important to us that the house is used as a way to partner with the community
Yeah,
to help prop up other local businesses, right?
you're right.
So, like when we went, I make fun of it because it is kind of funny. Like I did want our house on a beer. Like it's one of the coolest things that I could have asked for. But it helps Moonhill Brewery, right? Because Moonhill Brewery is a small mom and pop brewery in Gardner that doesn't have like a large national presence, but we have a national and international presence. So like when Booze, Brews, and Barbecue showed up, right? Like they have an international presence, and they brought their TV show to Moonhill Brewery. So
Mhm.
it gets a lot more eyes on a great local business. Just like there's a pizza shop right across the street from the mansion that their business has gone through the roof
Right.
since we bought the place because we're bringing in all those people, and they make amazing food. One of the best chicken cutlet subs I've ever had in my life is right across the street. And so we push people over there. We push people to the Williams restaurant. Standard Chair of Gardner has the chairs there. All of our sweatshirts and shirts come from Sharp Image. Sharp Image is right there in Gardner. Everything we do is with local businesses. So part of it was we want our house on a beer, and the other part of it is, hey everyone, this is an absolutely amazing brewery right here in Gardner, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Y'all love the house. Go check out Gardner Brewery. We've had people from Germany, France, Finland, Canada. We have international visitors. Hey, where do we go? Williams, the Gardner Pizza Shop,
The
Brewery.
Soho
All
across the
these places
street,
you go see.
they have a restaurant in a small pub there too, which is popular as well. So
Well, that's the idea. I mean, you have an opportunity,
Now I feel that.
excuse me, where everybody wins.
I totally forgot.
I mean, like I say, the community outreach, everybody gets a piece of that kind of thing. So this is what I meant about, community outreach is so laudable. Absolutely love it. Um, in no particular order, I'll be back because I've got some events that I want to go through. For those who don't know, this is the mansion. Is that Frank's picture? Is that Trig photography?
No, I have Trig's photography. I have
I think
Frank's.
that's Jason Baker's.
Yeah.
I think
I
that
didn't
is
know. I didn't know if that was one of
No,
Frank's.
Frank's pictures are more modern. They have Frank's
Yeah.
pictures don't have the boarded up windows.
Right, I understand.
That's during
Jason.
the renovations. Frank's are really, really nice, high quality photos
Yeah.
of the mansion after the renovations were completed.
They really are. So I'm just going to show a couple of these. These are they're, they're like the butler's pantry, but they're built into a
Yep.
wall or a room.
It's a room. It's the butler's pantry. So it's an old time house, right? So there's a butler's the servants' quarters kitchen, which
Mhm.
has a place for prepping food and built-ins, and that's one of the areas within the servants' quarters pantry area for all the dishes and
If it wasn't you,
Yeah, I'm just going to
the
jump
banging
around
wasn't
here.
you.
This is the
The
first
bang,
floor
bang, bang, bang,
hallway. You
bang.
can see
yep,
banister on the stairs there. Speaking of which, that's
that's
all
our spiral staircase, one of the
Yep.
coolest features of the house.
right.
Those are
That
my feet.
is, yeah, that really is. Like I say, I'm just kind of jumping around. Is that the renovated bathroom there?
Yeah, so that is the master bath. So it's looking into the master bedroom. SK had all the bedrooms. He had the only ensuite bathroom and the only fireplace. So
Kind
that's
of a water closet type thing, right?
yeah, that's looking into SK Pierce's.
Someone asked me what my favorite part of the house was. I think one of the times I said it was the toilets. I just did. I think they're cool as heck. You pull a chain and it's, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. I just
yeah.
think
There's four bathrooms and three of them are like that.
yeah.
Water closets are the best. This is the iconic stairway with the globe light. Everybody that goes in there takes a picture at the foot of those stairs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it looks like. So, I mean, so many. I'm going to leave some for George. This is the men's parlor where you saw Jess and Marion
Yep.
before.
Yep. So that couch is now moved, and now it's now the three rocking chairs, the two standard chair rocking chairs, and the SK Pierce rocking chair.
And out by that bookcase is where John and I have we call the Scally Corner, where we just
Shout out,
kind of
shout
a
out,
fireside
Boston
chat.
Family.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, no,
No, that's the
amazing.
staircase is where we talk about what the happenings of the house. That's the master bedroom. That's SK Pierce's
Yep.
room. That's the bay windows look out over the factory, as is all his areas that he would spend time in. Looked out over his factory.
These are the servants' quarters.
Yep.
That's pretty
And
good.
you can see in that closet, there's a cistern. So they have, there's a couple of cool modern things that back in the day that would have been cool. So they had some form of plumbing in there, and the rainwater would go into that cistern, and there's a little spigot there that they could use. And it also had piping down, you go all the way down to the basement, and there's another one there. So anyway, I it just thought
Yeah,
it
that was set up like
Mm.
a squad bay of sorts. There would be a bunch of beds in there, and the servants would come in and serve like a 2 week stint. And
Hmm.
during that 2 week stint, that this is where they would stay, and they go down that staircase there to the right, and that staircase automatically leads to the servants' staircase, which leads to the first floor, away from the common areas that SK Pierce would have his guests.
Right. This is one I'm drawn to, not for any
What we're
paranormal
looking at right
reason,
now.
but I'm looking at the woodwork. I'm looking at the door casings. I'm looking at the crown molding. I'm
Yeah,
just, it's gorgeous.
everything's beautiful, and that safe in the background is one of the few original pieces left in the house. That is Ellen Pierce's safe. If you could zoom in right below, right at the top there, you kind of see that writing that you can't read. It says Ellen Pierce. That is
Yeah,
her
I don't think
original safe from the 1800s.
I don't think we can zoom in. All
uh,
right.
you're going to enjoy a lot of the work because it is a Freemason house, and you're going to see a lot of really cool. Just the architecture, you're going to love it.
Well, this is what I'm talking about for people who haven't yet. I can't encourage you enough to visit this place, and the comments are just rolling out there. How beautiful the place is. Hey, come for that, stay for the ghosts.
Yeah,
By all means. I have just want to pose a question out there. You can answer in chat. What question would you ask a spirit in the house? This is for our chat room tonight. What do you think? Now that you've got a little bit of background, who'd you like to talk to in there? So you can leave that in the comment section if you'd be so kind. So, what do you see going forward at this point? Because it seems that the weather's turning. I know that you folks, it's not like you're out in the middle of nowhere. You got a roof over your head and heat now, so you have people coming in all through the winter. But what do you have planned beyond the paranormal for the property? Because I heard things like wedding receptions and so many other things that you're trying to be a little diverse in what it is you're offering the house for. So, it's a pretty big tent that you've set up, and it seems like everybody's welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
the
go ahead.
wedding receptions is so
Crafting.
we allow the house to be used as event space. Wedding receptions is some of the requests we've had. Um, both like bachelorette get-togethers and also just general weddings.
Mhm.
We can only accommodate so much. If you want to have a 200-person wedding, we don't have a place to do it. But we've had birthday parties, anniversaries. We've had um, office yearly office parties. It's just general event space type stuff, and because it is on top of being a paranormal destination, it's a beautiful Victorian house, right? So people want to use it for that. The main attractions of the house are overnight stays, which are
Yeah.
6 p.m. to 9 a.m. Uh, Evening paranormal investigations for people who don't want to spend the night or don't want to pay the money to spend the night. We have just our tours, which are the cheapest way to get in and experience the house. And we're getting more into the filming realm, so people can come use the house as a filming destination, set
Mhm.
sites, stuff like that. The biggest message and the biggest thing to understand about all the things we offer for the house that's really important for people to know is that we overcomplicate what we do in order to offer as many ways to experience the house as possible. Right? We could have came in, spent a bunch of money on marketing, set a high price to spend the night, and just left it at that and made our lives a lot easier. But that's not why we bought the house. We bought the house so people could come in and experience the house. So we come up with a lot of different ways and overcomplicate what we do in order for people to do that, right?
Right.
So even going as far as such having a public investigation. Hey, you spend 40, 50, 60 bucks. We have a tour guide there. We own equipment. The house owns equipment ourselves. You can come in, you can use our equipment. You'll have an investigator there who knows what they're doing. They'll teach you what you're doing. They'll help you investigate the house and go throughout the house with you. So it runs the gamut from, hey, your house for the night, or hey, I just want to spend 2 hours learning what I'm doing, and everything in between. Yeah, there's a zoomed in photo.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to read, but that's that writing at the top's Ellen Pierce.
And that's a
Um,
safe. That is Mrs. Pierce's safe.
the
yep,
second,
that's the
his
second
second
the
wife.
second one. Ellen Pierce is safe. It's monogrammed at the
Oh,
top
okay.
from a
Okay.
safe company out of Boston.
Excellent.
So there's a lot of ways to experience the house. We're going to keep doing that.
We
Coming up
also
with
have a couple of different things. We've done some murder mystery dinners.
yep,
We
they're coming back.
that have gone over really well, and we have another one that's going to be less dinner, more. We'll have appetizers and stuff, but it'll be throughout the house instead of just sort of a mystery in one room. Uh,
Mhm.
oh shoot, Marion, Jess, what
Brick
is it?
house.
What?
We have a craft fair.
Craft
We're
fair.
also
Oh yeah, we're so what one of the things we just put out was a vendor fair. So in June is our first one. So we're gonna have a bunch of vendors come in, occupy all the floors of the house. Yeah.
There it
Um,
is.
so we just put out looking for vendors. We got a massive response from people wanting to do vendors. I'm gonna
Yeah. So we got
call a local food truck,
the
come out and have
13th,
a food out
April
front
10th, April
on April.
17th,
No, sorry,
and
June
June
14th,
14th.
and that's going to be our first shot at doing that. There'll be a small door fee, mostly just to control the flow in,
Mhm.
if anything, and you'll be experience all 4 or 5 levels of the house. And if that goes well, we want to keep doing that probably quarterly to get small businesses, small craft mom and pop shops
Right.
be able to get themselves out there. Because again, we have a big national and international presence, so we want to use that to showcase small vendors that can then put up their stuff and have a lot of fun at the
Right.
house.
For 10 years, we ran a charity event. like this, and I found from the beginning is if you open it up to artists, craftsmen, in other words, like we're talking about the big tent now, not just I'm sure they're welcome, but not just paranormal groups, not
Mm-hmm.
just but local artists, whether it's stained glass, paintings,
We
authors,
actually have seen a
once
person with
you
We
stained
have
glass.
open that up, that is almost a
We have someone with
guaranteed
stained glass item.
successful event.
we have a bunch of them. I'm looking at the email right now. This person, Gordon's Golden Treats, and it's all like smaller stuff that people make. There's a tattoo artist. There's food. Um,
We didn't do this.
all sorts of stuff like that want to paranormal societies
Yeah,
that all want to come out and be part of the vendor fair. So it's a great way for us to help those folks for a small amount, come out and show what they're doing and get more contacts
I
to
want to
it.
put that up again, and I don't know, I don't see it. Give us the date again, John, on that.
So it's June 14th. This is a Sunday. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're probably going to do something afterwards. We'll probably do some sort of public paranormal investigation afterwards. Don't have that up yet. There'll be
Yeah,
another flyer actually showcasing the event. This flyer was just to gauge interest because we weren't sure. The house hasn't done it, so we weren't sure what the response was going to be. And I'm looking at my email right now, and within 24 hours, we had over 30 requests from vendors expressing interest. So
Mm-hmm.
once we have,
yeah,
we put out a link to them to sign up, and first come first serve sort of thing. Hey everyone, you all reached out. Here's the link.
First
And then
flyer
once we're
taken.
full, we'll put out
Stamp.
a new flyer, uh, letting everyone know what it is. We'll advertise the hell out of it leading up to June, so those
right.
guys get a good show. Because really, it's about the vendors. The vendors are paying to be there, so it's important to us for us to get as many people through the door for them. So
Right, sure.
we'll take our 80,000 followers and try and market the hell out of it to them, so they all show up and show out for these vendors, so the vendors can really benefit from it.
And I know if they're still in chat right now and I don't put this up.
Ooh.
Are they here?
They because they're so popular.
They're
But not to digress, but we had dinner tonight at a new hibachi. We have this thing about hibachis. So we just had dinner tonight at a brand new one. So anyway, second date, which is April 17th, because I know they got one coming up on
Yeah,
Friday.
the March one sold out
Right.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like people absolutely love them, and
Yeah.
honestly, for great reason. They're
I have no idea why. Good God.
yeah.
We're thrilled they're coming. We're so excited that they yeah,
Yeah.
they want
Mary.
The Hawes in general are some of the most amazing people we've ever
yeah.
met.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
Satori was at Andrew's event, and some of the nicest people we've ever met, and we are absolutely over the moon to host them at SK
April
Piers
17th.
and to have them around because they're just good people, and we're really really interested and passionate about just having good
Staying
people.
for the whole thing.
And
Yeah.
they have those
2 more
things.
hours. I think
Another
two-
friend of ours that
I
we
think.
recently had
Ooh.
on the show, our friend Brandy.
She's amazing.
Yep, Brandy.
Yep.
She's at the house all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's great. She was on the show not long ago. Phenomenal stuff. And I'm going to turn this back over to George if we run short of time. I will see you next Sunday.
Can't
Mhm.
wait.
Who's going to be there? Guys will be there. All
As
right.
always,
I want because
Ken,
I
do you mind if Jess and I come and say hi?
I might come up and say hi.
because I also
Uninvited. You're
want
not invited.
to
Why?
I want to talk to you folks about a future event down the road
Yes.
where maybe we can actually do a live broadcast
Oh.
on the channel on Patreon. We talked briefly about it, but we're going to kind of finish that conversation. So I'm looking forward to Sunday, and God, I hope I get a chance to meet everybody in person.
Yeah, I hope we'll hope to see you there. Definitely.
That's okay. I will have. I will be prepared. All right, George. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Before we go any further, Marion, do you need to leave us now?
Is it longer? I'll stay till 10 o'clock.
All right, dear. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Uh, who does
Stairs. See, fell on the
the
stairs.
housekeeping in this mansion? Because those floors again look incredible.
It's all me.
Yeah,
It's
John and I
Who
do
said
most of
that?
the housekeeping,
Me and Rob do the cleaning.
especially if there's spills or anything like that. We come in and we fix those.
All right, now shut up and let Marion talk.
Do
or,
not.
or you try to hide them.
That may have happened.
It did happen. It did not may happen.
That happened.
It did happen.
Marion, you do all the work.
Jessa and I do all the work. Yes, they create the messes. We do the work.
Now
Hey, we love you.
these floors are spectacular. Is this just natural, or do
Yeah,
you have
that
to go in
is.
and
Yeah.
wax them?
No, we don't wax them. No, no.
What
No,
type of wood?
we sweep and mop.
We sweep and mop. That's it.
And what type of wood is that there?
I think that's pine. Is it pine or oak?
I think
That's pine. There's all kinds of different wood throughout the house.
It's genuine tree wood.
Hey Rob, what was the thing that died in that bathroom?
Shut up.
Have you heard that one?
Mm-mm.
He just says a thing died in there.
I know.
Yeah, we did a speed tour video and Rob was trying to haul ass through the house. And that's the third floor. And if you go on our social media, it's a 2-part thing where Rob's doing a speed tour. And he runs up to that bathroom and goes, and this is a bathroom. I think one thing died in here. And he runs off. And I said, a thing? He's like, yeah, a person.
Do you have a sweatshirt downstairs?
Yeah, no, it's a
No,
thing.
at my coat.
Something Rob ate that day.
Yeah. Died.
Yeah.
I want to grab my shoes in.
Pretend I don't know anything about the man, S.K. Pierce, but where did he make his wealth, his riches?
He was a furniture manufacturer. So that the
chairs we saw.
furniture, yeah, the furniture factory is still across the street to this day. It's called Standard Chair of Gardner. Same building, same spot. It was the S.K. Pierce Furniture Company, and to this day it still operates. But he made furniture, mostly chairs, but we've also seen tables and other small woodworking furnitures throughout that are seen online.
The quality had to be superb to be this successful and pull off an incredible
Yep.
mansion like this. It's not just
We still
low.
have furniture in the house from the original factory.
Look at that picture. Absolutely spectacular. What's at the very top center? What room is that?
That is there's a spiral staircase. It's the Widow's Walk.
I think
If you keep clicking through the pictures, you'll find a picture of the Widow's Walk. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it.
It's a tower.
Okay, so that's a tiny little room.
Oh yeah.
It's bigger than that picture suggests, but yeah, it's a tower. It's almost like a crow's nest.
And no activity there. Just below, third floor is the most active, and you said the basement is the second most active, correct?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I want to hit some questions from chat real quick, only a few, and then we let you guys get out of here. But appreciate you guys being with us tonight. Here was the question about are all the floors yellow pine?
Could be.
So,
Could be. You surpass my knowledge.
oh, I have to say to Mark, I completely forgot when I came back on screen. Mark, 1 hour and 40 minutes, almost to the second, where it looked like, and again, I could be wrong, but it looked like as I was watching the screen that there was a shadow that ran behind Marion's back from right to left.
Great.
So from
It's
the
cute.
is that S.K.
Why?
Pierce's room right behind you next to the stairs?
That's the hallway.
The hallway, from the hallway and then to the right where the safe is.
That's the hallway.
Hmm.
And then the safe that way.
That's the direction it went. Yeah, one
That's
hour
S.K.
40
Pierce's room.
minutes. So
1 hour, 40 minutes.
yeah, so you guys you sleuths check it out after we're finished with live.
Thank you.
Sandy
Wow.
Andrews has a question for you guys also. One of my favorite questions to ask: what is your favorite breakfast lunch? I love to find out what were their favorites also. That's a little bit more digging, but favorite
I
breakfast and lunch for you guys.
For us and for the Pierces.
For you guys and the Pierces, actually, but
Because you know what? I have a lot of uh Bessie Pierce's recipes handwritten in her writing that I have.
Ken,
I
jump on. Go ahead, Ken, because you want. I'm this probably made you perk up your ears. Go ahead, tell them why.
No, we have a little show that we've done 3 or 4 episodes of with Cody and Story. It's called Last Bite. The premise is people have left recipes on their tombstones,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of them. So we take those recipes and we try to recreate them, and we have a show doing that. So anytime you want to throw a recipe from anyone the dearly departed to honor them, let us know, and we'll give it a go.
I'll go dig them up.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And as far as the meals, again, the recipes, you've tried them. Are they your favorites, or is that a rarity uh, versus a common breakfast that you love?
You talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't tried the recipes yet. I just got them a while ago. But I don't know. I don't even know how to say about that. Their recipes. I'm
Jess?
assuming it's meat and potatoes, of course,
Yeah,
right?
right. Standards.
Yeah.
What's their favorite?
I don't know what their favorite would be.
Mm.
Porridge? I don't even know. We'll have to you know what? That's a good question. We will ask them.
I don't think I've ever asked them.
How about you,
What do you
Jess?
like to eat? We will ask them. Yeah.
And you, Jess?
Oh, I just like food in general.
I see a bowl.
Breakfast or lunch?
We go to breakfast quite often,
I
actually.
get the same thing every time.
Yeah.
I just get eggs, potatoes, and bacon.
And I get a
That's
fruit cup
okay.
and
all you
muffin.
need.
That's it. Well, I add avocado in there, so that's a little
Yeah.
weird.
All right. So
Don't
Sandy's
do the
actually clarifying. She actually was asking, when you're doing an EVP session or any other kind of communication session with them, that's one of her favorite questions to ask them
Okay.
Okay.
It's kind
to kind of
Okay.
get that relationship started rather than when did you die, how
Okay.
long have you been haunting here, all that crap. So,
Oh, that's cool. We should try that.
Good question.
Yeah, I like that.
question here with regards to the event that's running, I think you said from 10 to 4. How much is an ender space? This is from Cindy Really, 5365.
What's it ender?
Under space.
must be
I
Oh,
guess
vendor
that's
space.
Is
probably
that
that.
a
in a
vendor?
row of
Vendor?
vendors, you have the corner and the end.
It's 40 to $60 depending on the floor you're on.
Okay, gotcha. All right, there you go. I hope that helped you, Cindy. So that's it. Not too many questions tonight, which is sometimes very, very good. What are your plans for annoying Cody and Satori and Ken when they get there?
Ah,
Is that a question or is that your question?
That's my hope.
Yeah. Our plan for annoying Cody and Satori is letting Rob talk to them.
oh God.
Hey, I've got a
Yes,
YouTube
we
channel that I
release
keep
Rob, and
going.
that's it.
Oh my! But I feel bad for you, Rob. I do.
I know.
Uh,
I
Don't feel bad for him. He gives me all sorts of hell.
Now, to conclude this, also as they are going to be joining you guys, the one thing that I know Ken and Cody and Satori, when they travel, love to do is find that restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
What is that restaurant
There's
in
two.
Gardner?
there are two that John and I frequent. Um, we like both the Gardner Ale House and Williams Restaurant, and Williams is right around the corner.
Williams is in walking distance, and then
Yeah.
the Gardner Ale House is also Moon Hill Brewery.
You'll
If you're into beer, if you like your beer, then it's
Somebody say beer.
know.
if you like your beer, it's Gardner Ale House and Moon Hill Brewery. If you want to be in
I'll tell
walking
you,
distance, it's
you
Will's.
should. It looked like my kind of place. It was either a mill or a manufacturing place, all brick stuff like
It
that.
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great vibe.
Yep.
You know what's another good one is the Old Bill in Westminster.
Old
10 minutes
Mill
down
is
the road.
great. Yeah.
The Old Mill.
The Old Mill is
And
a
it's
good one.
haunted. Even better.
That doesn't shock me.
What's the drive time, Ken, for you guys to get there?
To the Old Mill.
About an
His house.
hour and 50 minutes from where I am.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, if you discover all other haunted locations in Gardner, it's a reason to go back there again and visit.
Hey, we just did 13 hours to
Oh, wow.
North Carolina. This is like a trip to the grocery store.
It is an amazing location. Ken and I cannot wish you enough of success. It seems like you guys are doing it right. And again, anytime you want to come back and tell us about some of the adventures of what's going on there, if anybody notices anything at that 1 hour and 40-minute mark or just after, please let SK Pierce know, let Ken and I know, and we'd love to be able to present that, see what happens with it. But thank you guys for taking the last 2 hours with us on a Sunday and filling us in on what's going on. And I don't know, Ken, the other thing we're talking about with regards to SK Pearson Town Hall, I don't know if you want to make an announcement about that or hold off. It's up to you.
Oh, I think we'll just hold off
Okay. For the time being.
for the time being.
For the time being. But anything else from you, Ken?
No, other than to echo my thanks for everybody showing up tonight, giving us some of your time, talking about one of the great places in all of New England. And we wish you nothing but the best going forward. I personally hope to see as many of you as possible next Sunday. And
We'll see you on Sunday.
this was a lot of fun tonight, so it's much appreciated.
Well, thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us on. We had a good time.
Always
Thank you
welcome.
so much. All right, guys, that does it for our show tonight. SK Pierce, stay on screen for just a second as we close out here at this point in time. We will see you on Town Hall tomorrow night for our Patreon members, 8 p.m. Eastern as usual. And for the rest of you guys, have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday. On behalf of Ken DaCosta, my name's been George Lopez. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a